What's up? So today we're going to talk about the pros and cons of building new construction. So the first pro to this is obviously it's brand new. Your large costs or expenses that you'd usually have with a resale home, such as your roof, your siding, electric, plumbing, HVAC, all of that stuff is brand new. The chances are, hopefully, you won't have to replace those or repair those anytime soon. Number two, you're usually in a growing part of the city or where growth and population is trending. This means down the road, you're really going to benefit from natural appreciation in the area that you end up building it. Number three, you don't have to worry about home inspections. There's no issues with these major items, which is usually what the intent of these inspections are for, such as, again, electrical, plumbing, structural issues, safety hazards. When you build a new home, it is up to the current safety code. You can still conduct an inspection if you'd like, but 99 times out of 100, builders will have their own inspection, and what they find in their own inspections are usually covered by the builder as well. Most new builds also include a builder warranty. Builder warranty includes things such as your roof, your siding, paint, doors, trim, where with a typical home warranty, these things are not covered unless you pay extra for it. Little disclosure, home warranties are typically not included as a standard when you are purchasing a resale home. It's usually negotiated when making an offer, but it covers things such as your appliances and your HVAC. If you'd like further explanation on the differences between these, give me a shout and I'll go into further depth for you. Another pro to building new construction is sometimes there is a tax abatement. There are some new development areas where tax abatements may come into play where you actually won't pay your property taxes for a certain time period. Or the other option that tax abatements usually come into play with are you will pay a fraction of your property taxes and you'll gradually increase that until you're paying the full amount. And this is also over a specific time period. Now the cons of buying or building a brand new home. First, you got builder upgrades. When you make upgrades to a brand new home that you're building, it will tack onto the total cost of that build. Which means when it comes to financing and you're paying that monthly payment, which includes your property taxes, your mortgage, and your home insurance, all three of these will typically go up as you add these upgrades to your home. So if your standard build price is $300,000 and you put in $100,000 in upgrades, your total build cost will be $400,000, and this means you're actually going to pay $100,000 more when it comes to paying that mortgage. It'll also increase your property taxes when your home is assessed. So instead of paying a mortgage on a $300,000 standard home, you're paying it on a $400,000 home. And if you're looking to build a home, we will look at these things together, what your mortgage would look like if you did these upgrades and what your property taxes would look like if you did these upgrades as well. Con number two, you can kind of get the gist of it, but you're going to pay a premium for a new build, especially right now. New homes in a new development, again, are going to have higher property taxes than if you were to buy a resale home in an older neighborhood. With that, if you've been following my social media pages or simply just watching the news, material prices have been going up and up and up, meaning the cost of your build may go up in the middle of the build and you have no control over it. And the only way to get around this is if the builder that you're working with can guarantee a price commitment or a price lock guaranteeing that the cost of the build will not increase when we sign the contract in the beginning to begin building. Con number three, delays. Prior to 2020, typical home builds took anywhere between 4 to 10 months depending on the builder that you went with. Now it's more like 8 months minimum and be flexible after that. There's a huge benefit to purchasing a resale home with a set timeline of when that place is going to close and when you're able to move in, usually, rather than a timeline almost a year out with a broad range of when you're able to move in and when that home is going to be complete. With that said, right now, with such a high demand in homes everywhere in the country, a lot of home builders have waiting lists before you can even have the discussion of wanting to build. The last con here with building a new home, you're restricted on the lot size and the lot that you would like. The lots that are available are the lots that you have to choose from. So if you have a very particular neighborhood or area that you'd like to be in and there's no lots available, really your only option there is to buy a resale home, tear it down, and build exactly what you want, which may not even be possible depending on the city codes and restrictions and then the obvious cost of doing all of this as well. So there's the quick rundown on the pros and cons of building a new home. If this is the route you're planning to go, I hope this was helpful, and if you have any questions, please reach out. And if you're thinking about building, we can run through this stuff together into further depth. But anyways, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next week.